Among other social difficulties, it has, therefore, to be noted that Muslim women in Egypt are secluded and that their influence in all political and administrative matters is generally bad. Let's get the woman out of politics. Let's get the woman out of education. Let's get the woman out of everything. Don't educate her. Don't let her know her rights. If she knows her rights, she's going to want to go for her rights. Don't let her know. If she doesn't know, she cannot go forward. And yet, subhanAllah, our greatest scholars, where did they get their knowledge? Knowledgeable, intelligent, very highly educated women. SubhanAllah. Even the wife of the Prophet, Aisha radiallahu anha, she was a doctor. She was an expert in literature and the Arabic language. She had a photographic memory. SubhanAllah. And she was one of our greatest narrators of hadith. But women can't do anything. Women are dumb. Women can't be educated. Women are flighty. No, this was brought to us by the Western ideal that women were not even human. They didn't have a soul. They were other. SubhanAllah. Women in Egypt were denied the right to be considered equal to white women due to their Egyptian ethnicity, as well as being forced to live without rights as women. Broadly speaking, the thesis of the discourse on Islam, blending colonialism, committed to male dominance with feminism. It was the idea that was innately and immutably oppressive to women, that the veil and segregation epitomized that oppression, and that these customs were the fundamental reasons for the general and comprehensive backwardness of Islamic societies. I want you to think about this. When the colonists came in, they brought the idea that the veil, that the hijab, made the woman less intelligent. Means that she was not cultured. Means that she didn't think for herself. In America, I have people walk up to me and it's like, you're in America, you don't have to do this. You don't have to wear this. Why? Because in their mind, they think that I am being forced to cover myself because I am following the whims of men. Because men can't control themselves. No. When you read the Quran, because I have had so many Arab, Muslim, Indian people who were born and raised in Islam tell me hijab is not in the Quran. That's not true. It's in there 3 different times, 3 specific verses telling you exactly what to wear. And why does Allah say for us to wear it? Yes, they're going to bring to you the idea, the second one. Because if you read the Quran, there's first and second reason. The second reason is as a protection. To protect you, my poor little flower. That's the second reason. What's the first reason? The first reason is Allah said, so that you will be known. It's a uniform. What uniform are we wearing? Are we wearing the uniform of Western intellectualism, or are we wearing the uniform of Allah? It's a way so that you will be known. You're walking down the street. I see you. I say, oh, Muslim woman. Automatic. I know it. And it's very specific. It gives you 3 words in the Quran. Hijab, khimar, and jilbab. 3 very specific words. Why? Christians have a hijab. Jews have a hijab. Sikhs have a hijab. Every nation has a form of hijab. Ours is specific. So that when I look at you, I'm sure you're not a Jew, you're not a Christian, you are a Muslim woman. It is a uniform. And we have to think about it in that way. We have to have the knowledge. We have to know, because the idea is, in the West, in the non-Muslim nations, and now even among Muslims, that if you are covered, you are ignorant. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You're not cultured. You're not civilized. I was at Al-Bahar Hospital. This was, I'd say, about 15 years ago. I was waiting in line at the pharmacy. This Kuwaiti woman who doesn't wear hijab was standing behind me. There was a line. I was next in line. So she walked up to the pharmacist, and in English, because, you know, this doesn't speak English. I'm some Bedouin from Sabahia, okay? Or from Jahra. She says in English, that Bedouia is just going home. I have work to do. Can I go in front of her? And I looked at her, and I was like, excuse me, but this Bedouia is an American PhD who has to get back to the university to teach. Get in line. The idea is there. If you're covered from head to toe, you have no mind. When we look at a group of women, we think that the most educated one is the one with her hair all gorgeous, with the full makeup, with a gorgeous dress. That's the educated one. The one that's covered like this, she's just going to go home to take care of her kids. We have the mentality. Why? Because that was put into us by colonization. That was put into us deliberately. Do we know about Mansa Musa? This was a man who was the ruler of a kingdom of Mali from 1312 to 1337. During his reign, Mali was one of the richest kingdoms of Africa. When I learned about Africa in the United States, in American schools, I never heard that there was ever any kind of civilization. And yet this man was one of the richest individuals in the world. So rich that if you put Bezos' money and, what's the name of the other big guy? Bezos and, well, of course, Bill Gates, but there's another one. Anyway, if you took the three of them, put all the money they have together, it would not reach his wealth. Imagine. He created a kingdom of Mali, which spread across parts of modern-day Mali, Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea, Nigeria, Chad, Mauritania, and Burkina Faso. Mansa Musa developed cities like Timbuktu and Gao into important cultural centers, intellectual centers, some of the first universities known. And he brought architects from the Middle East and across Africa to design new buildings for his cities. He turned the kingdom of Mali into a sophisticated center of learning in the Islamic world. His trip to Mecca, when he went to Mecca, he was giving away gold all the way around. When he came back, he literally had to buy back all the gold. Why? Because he had created a depression. Because so many people had gold. Okay? And it lasted 12 years, even after he bought back the gold. Imagine how rich this man. He created a massive empire. And he is the